welcome back to Tuesday 10. It's Cindy. We're here at Studioloo. So I know I missed Tuesday 10 last week, but there's a little bit different programming happening last week. I shared my my rust dyeing with you and my something else I can't remember. Oh, my challenge from Elisa Klatchman, doing all of the tags with the selections from my family. So we are back today though with Tuesday 10. So today I have, and for those of you not aware, Tuesday 10 is where I gather 10 pieces of paper from this big basket of paper that I keep on the back of my desk, random things like wrapping paper, magazine pages, book pages, what have you, and I have to keep on crafting until I have made an effort to use all 10 pages. So yep. So today we have this book page from a book called The Cuckoo's Haiku, which is a wonderful book if you ever manage to find it. I have the last few pages of it now in my Tuesday 10 bin because there isn't much left, but this is the book, The Cuckoo's Haiku and Other Birding Poems. I have used, this was a thrift haul find, and I have used so much of this book. It is just beautiful. So this is the cedar wax wing, and then we have a nuthatch back here. So then I have this ATC digital printout of all these frogs and toads. I have a few of these hanging out in that basket. These are from Etsy from Farmerage, who takes like public domain images and puts them all together in compilations for you so you don't have to do it yourself. And this is the frogs and toads one. Then this is a torn up kind of page from a vintage floral book. This is a page from like an art and architecture book of a Le Corbusier Notre Dame de Haute, 1955, and I just love the shape of this building. And this is also kind of cute, but I kept it for this because I want to do something with this. I have kind of a silly idea, but I think I'm going to make a journal card for my gnome journal with it, so we'll do something with that. And then this is just what I see as like a background type piece of paper from an art book. It's a painting. And then I have a half torn off page from a yearbook, a 70s yearbook, and then a big flower magazine page, which is like it's from a Dutch magazine called Fleur. I think it's Dutch. And then I have this crinkly piece of fun paper with these sprinkles on it. And then a laminated page that has seeds and dyed blue cabbage dyed paper. And then this cover of this vintage book that I recently used the pages of in my Traveler's Notebook flea market style Traveler's Notebook series. And this is the leftover cover here, so I want to use it up as well. Whew. So yeah, all that being said, let's get started. So I'm thinking about how to, I find when I consolidate the things and I use them together, Tuesday 10 can go a little quicker. So when I saw this and this, I felt like, these kids and this fun paper, we could do something cute together here. So this is a thicker, like card type paper. So I think what I want to do is I'm just going to kind of cut it out, like cut around the focal image on the front here. And I love the natural kind of aging on this paper. Oh, it's so nice. It actually just feels nice to cut. It's like such nice old paper. Okay. And we'll include their little dog friend too. All right. Then I think I'm going to save the end because it's just a really nice piece of text. So I will put that maybe in my... I decide if this would make a cool... You know what? I have an idea for this. I'm going to put it aside. It will go with a certain journal that I'll be working on soon. These illustrations are by Dorothy Buck, if anyone is wondering. Alright, so now what I'm thinking for this is I want to make like maybe a little booklet type thing, but I don't want to cut the dog off, so it has to go, and I don't want to cut her off. There we go. It has to go right like that. So we're going to fold right here as so. Okay. And it doesn't matter that it's not like lined up. That's not the intention here. So then I need like maybe some packaging paper or something like that. Slightly thicker paper maybe. Is this big enough? Not quite. Not quite. Okay. This is me and my packaging paper when I don't store it properly and I don't fold it. And then it's just super annoying to do. So don't do what I do. Do as I say, not as I do. Fold up your packaging paper neatly. It'll be much more fun to use if you do that. Okay, so first things first is how much does this get covered? Not enough. So we're going to just go like this. Hear that. Set that aside. I want to glue this on here. Let's see, can I glue directly on this paper? This glue stick is pretty much almost done, but try to use the last little bit here. Okay, that's just too annoying. Let's just set that aside for off-camera scooping out with my finger and get another one. Okay, talk amongst yourselves, as Gail Agostinelli would say. I'll be right back with a glue stick. Okay. Get this glued on. I'm not going to be too concerned if it's not like crazy sticky because I'm going to stitch. Whatever I do here, I'm definitely going to stitch. So I need another piece of this. Get it like that. It's just like the funnest tissue paper ever. I can't remember what it came in. I think it was like something one of my friends gave me. Because I have super cute friends who give me all these fun little paper things. Alright, let's get this one glued down now. House is strangely quiet. I would expect that my kids would have been rampaging around with the amount of chocolate that they ate this morning. So, truth be told, I did go to the Lindt store and provide a chocolate hunt this morning. So that was fun. I'm also kind of filming my videos a little out of like order this morning. I filmed Wednesday's Marguerite Miller before today because I was feeling a little daunted by Tuesday 10. I know that people enjoy this series, so I'm going to keep doing it. Even though sometimes I'm like, oh, what am I doing? I really do appreciate the comments that I get, though, that people like to watch how my imagination works as I'm going here. And I totally get that. I think I'd feel the same way about someone else just doing this, like just randomly creating, you know, because like this is how ideas unfold, right? Is when you're faced with this challenges to just go, you know, and there's a lot of value in challenging yourself that way, I think. But there's some days where I'm like, oh, how am I going to pull it off? All right, so now I'm going to fold again on the fold that I created. gonna grab my bone folder and make that fold a little nicer here. Okay, now I want to add some stitching to this before I go farther. And then I want to put some papers inside here and kind of cut them in a freeform way as well. So I'm just going to do the stitching now. Okay, so I have done all the stitching around the edge of the old book cover, and I'll just trim away the bits and bobs here. I had a thread in my machine that was a little bit too weak. Ugh, it's the worst. Okay. Had to change threads. All right, so now I've grabbed 3 pieces of my blue dyed paper. Just going to give that a fold. Then I'm going to pop it in here. I'm going to give it a free-form shape. All right, good. Now, what I want to do next, before anything else, is just, I'm going to stitch down the middle here. I mean, I guess I could also, yeah, you know what, let's stitch this as a signature. That would even be cuter, maybe. Let me grab a little, do I have some thread about that I could use to bind this with? I do, hold on. Pardon the reach. I have some waxed linen here, so 1, 2, 3-ish. I know I don't need it to be as long as all that. It's not going to need to be bound in the same way, really. Okay, so let's just pop this through here. Okay, we've got the middle of the book. Let's just start there. And then we'll go here. Right, back up again, probably here-ish, not a little lower. I want it through the thick, there we go, through the thick cover of the book. Okay, and then back through your same hole. There we go. So that was easy signature tying for those of you who've never seen how a signature is tied before. 1, and then the opposite way. 2, and this is just a few pages, so it's not really going to need such a arduous signature tie. All right, there we go. Now I'll fold the book up. Okay. So then I want to cut the freeform shape on each side. Not, you could fold it together, but because there's such a different shape, I don't want to fold it together to make this. I want the same freeform shape, and I want to try to give a little more paper on this side to the book because it's a more narrow image. So I'm going to give a little more of my blue paper to this side than to the other. Okay, so there we go. There we go. All right. So now we have this fun little booklet, and that's really cute. Now, do I want, no, I like it like that. I'm not even going to try to like even it up. I could definitely cut these down and even them exactly so you'd have an exact shape. But why? You know, it's so fun as it is, right? So we have this nice little bound booklet with lots of writing space that could be a really cute journal tuck-in. And it's really cute when you open it up. So 1 down. Coffee. Okay, now, next idea I had was to make an envelope with this because it's just so nice of an image, and I like how it looks like a big giant Polaroid too. It's like a big giant Polaroid. Okay, let's think. Do I want to do this maybe as like a billfold style, or no, I don't think so. All right, I need to think about how I want to fold it. I want to go this way maybe. Yeah, because it's a square. It's like a 12 by 12-ish paper. I don't know. It might not be exactly the same though. Let's see. this side is 10. This side is 11. Okay, we need to lose an inch here on this side to do this properly. So we'll do it 11 by 11. So here's an inch. Then I'm just going to rough tear this off. There we go. Now I can fold this up to about the center-ish point, I think. And then this one here, this to here. Okay, so let me just check. Okay, then let's see if I can line that up a little better. There we go. That's a little better. It's a little hard to line up. This page is a weird shape, kind of. Let's just see. Okay, I kind of like the way it's wider at the top. This is an interesting measurement to work with. Okay. But is it uneven? Is it too uneven? I don't think so. Okay. I'll go a little further down. Actually, no, I'm good with that. Okay, so now let's just trim the top here in this way. I go like this. This is not a tutorial. I just want to put that out there. This is not a tutorial. I don't really know what I'm doing, if you want the truth. I have like a recipe to make envelopes, but I'm just trying to play around and see if I can get a neat kind of shape, like I don't know. And I think I might cover the back and just keep the front. Okay. All right, let's bring this together. We can do it, okay? So, let's think. I've been enjoying this thing that I've been doing where I create writing space also on the back of an envelope. So, that's kind of how I've been feeling the whole time, is that I want to do like something with the back. I also want to trim these to be a little shorter on both sides. All right, good. Yeah, now that's a little more under control. So then what I will do is glue this on here. Oh no, that's backwards. I need that to stay on the inside. Okay, I think. No, I don't. I want the ugly side out. Okay. Then, okay, we're gonna just do that. Then we're gonna fold this in again and fold this in again evenly, hopefully. There we go. All right, there we go. Now bring this down so then it covers the back of the envelope, you know what I mean? Okay, so let's just start to glue. Glue that down underneath. Okay, and then bring this down, and then we need to do a bunch of trimming here, and I want to maybe do that. I want to cut it on more of an angle on both sides. So like that. And then I could fold it again, but I think I'm just going to try to eyeball. Because I want it to be like an empire kind of triangular shape. Yeah, right against this line that I folded. There we go. Okay, so now we have writing space on the back of the envelope. We have a flap that works. And then I'll just trim up this edge. Okay. Like that. All right, yeah, so then you could either glue, but I'm going to stitch around the edge here, all the way around the edge. And then, let me see, I want to put something on the front. Hold on. This right here. I have a plan for this piece of ephemera for another journal that I'm working on, so it will go perfectly. Okay. Just gonna grunge that corner a little because there we go. Okay, so I will come back to this at the end when I do the stitching, okay? So that'll go into the need to stitch pile. And I'm sorry if that one made you stressed out because it's a little bit, a little wild freeform, but it's okay. All right, this. Now, I mentioned I want to use this maybe for my gnome journal, so hold on. Excuse me. I got these little Your Creative Studio gnomes, and I think they're in here. Yep, there they are. I just have this whole box sitting aside because I want to do the more gnome journals, and I've got all my supplies there. I'm just trying to determine like when I want to do what I want to do. I have so many projects that I want to do. All right. Maybe this. Oh, is that a snail? Yes. Okay, hold on. We need this snail. Oh, goodness. Come here. All right. So I just want to create like a little landscape here of like what would be going on. I don't know if this will fit. This is kind of big for this image. Yeah, that's a little too big. It's more foreground where he'd be more in the background, but I just still feel like it's a little big for this. I don't know if there's anything else in here that would add to this. Shovel, there's this pot of flowers that maybe could be like a more of a foreground image. And then our little snail friend could go kind of here. No, I'm not sure. Okay, let's just be happy with our snail and our gnome. I'm gonna have him standing here with this little shovel. Okay. I will art glitter glue these on and then work on the rest of this here. Oops, this is my first time using art glitter glue today, so it's jammed. Hold on. Okay, so right there. And have the snail right here. And then I need a sturdy piece of card. I want to make a more free-form shape with this. I am half sad to be covering up this cute woman looking at this funny piece of art here, but it happens. There we go. Now I want to cut this out in like a free-form kind of way so it could be used either as a fun journal card or as a pocket. Just going to leave a little bit of the blue sky outline, not a lot, just a little. That would be a really cute pocket in a gnome journal, and if I wanted to, I could even make it, maybe I'll do that now actually. I'm going to make it a little bit more narrow. There we go. So cute. Alright, that's that one. Now, let's get this out of here. Okay, so next I've got this, and I was thinking about using sort of things together with this. So I've been thinking about maybe making this into some kind of like a loaded type pocket with these frog images. So I definitely need a bit of heavier paper, which I have down here. I got this like late 1800s scrapbook, and this is the paper from inside of it, and has all these photo corners because it was used as a postcard album. But I didn't want to waste this paper because it's thick, it's brown, it's just really nice. But I also didn't feel like pulling all the photo corners off at the time I was kind of processing it, so I thought, well, I'll do it when I use the paper. So now you get to do it with me because you're lucky like that. You know, we get to do these tedious bonding moments where we just, you know, do these kind of things, because Tuesday 10 is a long video of mostly suffering. I'm kidding. Where you craft along with me and we eventually get through it all. So what I want to do is take 4 of these. I don't think I'll use all of these. That's a little bit too much, unless I just make them into like simple journal cards. I don't know. I'm going to just tear these out. If you've been following Tuesday 10 for a while, you've seen me use these before because I printed like a lot of ATCs, and I don't know. Okay. Maybe it's easier to just use the scissors at this point for this part. Okay. Alright, so now we have our frogs cut out. And then we have this. Now I've got to think about, I don't want this to get too wide. It needs to be a little smaller than that because it'll just get too big. That's a decent size for journals. And then what I'll do with this piece, I love using these backgrounds, so I'm just going to make a couple of tabs, which I may use with this. We'll see. Can I get one more? Yep. Okay. Let's start by gluing this down just to solidify it. Make it more... Oh, this is the old glue stick. Let's just put that over here. Where's the other glue stick? Oh, here it is. Just buried under all my stuff. Now, let's cut this out. Alright, so now we have this. Now I want to use these in a way to create some tuck spots on this. So I'm going to pull these off again because I want to solidify this a little more. Okay. So I don't want to use this piece right now. I just want this piece. Alrighty. Now that that's a little more stiff, I'm going to start with cutting around this. I need ink, which is over here. I need to water my plants today. I just remembered that. I've got this one plant. Oh, I forget the name of it. It's this lovely leafy plant, and the leaves are actually, they grow black, and it just popped up this thing in the center. It's like a tuber in the center that looks like a new bulb or something is coming along, and I don't know if it's going to be a flower or another stem of these beautiful leaves that start out green and eventually turn black, but I'm excited to see what's going to happen there. This here maybe. Try one more. Just cut this little piece out here. Like so. And then maybe one more little one with this one. Right there. Okay, now I need to attach these. I know I didn't ink everything, that's okay. All right, where do I want to attach? Right here, I think, and up here. This one here, here, and over here. So we're just creating like little things that aren't completely glued down but are glued down to be able to tuck something into. So here I want, hopefully you can see this, I'll try to get up a little higher, right here and right here. That will create another little tuck area. And then down here, it's just going to be like a little side tuck pocket. All right, perfect. Now I will go back with a little bit of ink on the white space on these floral bits. Easier to do before you glue down, but not the end of the world. Also, if like me, I like things a little grungy, so I'm not like super obsessive about getting ink in places that I didn't initially intend. All right. So now we have a couple options. I can leave these literally as is and just tuck them in here, or I can harden them up a bit with a backing. It's all about really how thick you want this to be. If this is the kind of thing you're putting on like the front of a journal or the inside pocket, then it's fine to thicken it up. But I think for my purposes, I kind of just want to keep them thin. I'll do a little inking on the back just to grunge it up a little. But I mean, this is writing space. It doesn't need to be like a really thick thing, right? So I'll tuck one here. I'll tuck another one in here, I think. Try to anyway. Okay, we need to trim this one down a bit. These little friends, get them in here. Good. Then this is like the life cycle of the frog, and then this is just a nice big frog. Maybe one like here, or maybe the little one down here. Let me see how this works. The little one would be good there, and maybe the big one in here. Okay, we need to change the plan a little bit, not entirely. Okay, so that one I'm good with. This one I'm going to thicken up with this paper. And if you'll notice, a lot of the time when you see a loaded pocket, it's usually full of little tiny pieces of ephemera like this, rather than like whole cards. Like you'll have a couple whole cards, but usually for this kind of thing you'll have these little bits and bobs that are just kind of hanging out and peeking. So I like that there, like that. That's cute. Then you know what else I have to use? I don't have to just use the frogs. I've got this piece of this plant here. There we go. I can put that back here. And then I have another little spot there too. So I think I will put my little buddies in here at the back. Then maybe this one here, just like so. Did I ink the back? No, I didn't. I'll just add a bit of ink just because. I'll put that one back here. Whoops. There, and then we have like a fun little like loaded pocket. Then if we wanted to add a tab, we could put it over here or up at the top. I'm gonna put it on the top. I see myself using this kind of like I would glue it down only on two sides and use it as another tuck spot on a page. So, but it'll be fun to have just the extra little tab there for a little interest. There we go. Okay. So there we go. We have a little loaded pocket, and you could honestly fit more into this than what I've added. Like there's still some space here and there to add more layers if you want to. But I'm pretty happy with that. It's cute. And you could even do a little stamping here and there, you know, but yeah, it's cute. Okay, so let's just get rid of these scraps. All right, now we have a couple more things. So we have 3 more things to use. So let's go with the old page of yearbook and see what we can use something on here. So what I'm thinking about is making an audience card with these people. So let's just cut them on out. And if you watched my flea market series, you will have seen me make one of these already. If I can use this, I think I can use this paper. I really want to use this paper. It's just taking up all this space, and I'm like, I need to use it. It's nice old paper, but I can't use it in journals because it's just, it cracks if you fold it. So it definitely needs to be used for something that's not structural. All right, so let's just see what the width is here. That. We'll throw a little glue on the, actually no, I won't do that. I'm going to just glue this down on here. So we will glue that down. And I'll take another piece here, the same paper. Is this one wide enough? No. Okay. This one will be. We're going to glue this here. All right, now we'll make this about this long. Oops. I will straighten this, don't worry. And then we'll come up. And then we're just going to freeform cut around this. All right. Let me just straighten here a little. Perfect. All right, so now we are going to do some stitching on this square here. And then what you have is an audience card. It goes inside a pocket. There's writing space on back and on the front. So that's that done. Now I'll go with this bird image. So I think I just want to cut out this cedar waxwing. And I may take the name. Let me see what the poems are here. Tips of wing feathers look dipped in reddish sealing wax. Tail is yellow or orange if the bird has been eating honeysuckle berries. That's neat. So let's just grab the cedar waxwing, the name. Put that there. And there's nothing of use on the back really. Maybe those, I could fussy cut the leaves. I'm going to just fussy cut this little bird out because the other one's beak is cut off, so I can't really use it for much. So grab that, and then that's trash or recycling. And then I'll grab these because that's a nice little leaf. We'll just cut it right there. Okay. So this will just go into my little fussy cuts, little bits and bobs that I keep, or possibly, maybe I'll use it. Why not? We have this nice little piece of paper here, and I like this hole. It almost will look like a Rolodex card. And that means we'll make one more piece of ephemera, so why not? Let's do it. So add this little bird here. Then, where's my, here it is. Here. glue this down, this little leaf on top of more of this old paper. And then maybe just tear around it a little. Okay, and I'm going to stitch around this. So I'll just throw a little glue on the side that I'm going to glue down right there. Yeah, and then that will be cute. All right, now let's move on to using this. I think, I'll do something a little different with this. I'm just feeling inspired to use these fun old book pages because they've got a really nice thick cottony feel to them and they're really lovely. I'm going to glue two of them together. Then I'm going to tear a little bit around our bird here. I'm going to keep some of these berries intact. I'm going to glue this down. Thinking of making like a side tuck kind of pocket with this, maybe. I'll put the bird's name there. Grunge it up a little. And then the leftover berries over here. And just this beautiful painting. Maybe like that. Oops. Okay. So, I mean, this could be a journal card or a pocket, really. Let me just trim. I'll take a little off this side just to even up book pages. A little more from down here too. Okay, so that just needs some stitching around, I think. Actually, I have this little bit of like silk. I think I want to maybe stitch along the top somehow or along the bottom. Yeah. Maybe we'll glue it on first and let it sit and dry while we're finishing this up. And actually, I might cut these silk threads in half. This is just silk sari waste. I have about a ton of it in my stash because I spin it into yarn. But then I end up with these little bits and bobs that just kind of get separated from the rest of the project, and then they end up in my space. So I just want to use them up. I also like to try to show you different ways to use different things if I can. All right, so let's just let this fluffy goodness do its thing and dry over here for a bit, and I'll come back to that. Where did I put my pin? Right here. Okay, now the challenging one is this. So these are seeds that are laminated on blue paper. So what I'm thinking with these is I need some focal points to make some, they're going to be like cluster pockets because like they are really strong because they're laminated, but I might actually put them down on book page. I'm not sure. But actually, no, I don't need to because they're opaque. Okay. So the only place you'd see the book page would be like on the clear part. Anyway, let's just get them cut out. I think that attaching them to book page will make them easier to add to a journal. I need focal points for these. And what am I thinking here? I don't know if I have anything readily available in my Tuesday 10 bucket back here. I always do try to have a look if I do, but I might not because, again, it's the most random bucket ever of things. So, what's this? Actually, I do have something. Hold on. So this is a page from a digital from the paper Cameo. And those would actually make really great focal points. So let's cut them out and put them down on something here. And I'm just going to use, I'm not going to cut the tags out. These are tags. I'm just going to use the focal points. And I want to firm them up by gluing them on some card. We'll cut that out. Okay. Now, I kind of have an idea here. Way to use up book pages maybe is to use one of those and maybe one of those, and that would be a really cute pocket, just as so. So let's glue this down. Okay, that's one. I'll allow that to dry over here. I'm not worried about the glue under the plastic because art glue dries clear. Right, there's 3, and I need 2 more focal points because I have 2 more of these. So I'll go with this eye. And maybe these pink roses. Okay, and we need some thicker paper again. That's actually a nice paper. I might leave a little bit of border around this one. Okay. Using up the book pages. Good times. You could also, if you wanted to, with the laminated piece, you could just glue it on 2 sides at the bottom and have it be like another little pocket on a pocket. Okay. Oh, these little silk threads are everywhere. And they're gluing to my fingers. Good times. I think I'll probably also do some freeform stitching on these pockets too, because that will be fun. And it will be a little extra insurance that the plastic stays down on the book page. Okay, so we've made a whole bunch of things. Now it's time for me to do the stitching portion of this. So I will run away. I will do the stitching. I'll come back and we'll do sort of a little parade of everything that's finished. Okay, so see you in just a minute. Okay, we are all stitched around. So we have a bunch of pockets. I stitched around, pardon me, the edges and then around the center. There we go. Get all these little threads off here. I always end up missing a few little threads when I'm doing a bunch of sewing. Usually when I'm sewing the inside of the accents. Okay, there we go. Then this super fun cedar wax wing audience card. That little extra cedar wax wing. The loaded pocket, I did do a stitch around the edge. This I didn't stitch around, I just like it as is. The envelope, so that wacky envelope that I made, I did stitch around the edge, and then on back where I added the writing space, I just added this little bit to kind of match those other pockets. So it's a fun little envelope, and I do like the shape that I came up with for it. And then our little booklet that we started with, and I'm really happy with that one. So that was Tuesday 10. So thank you so much again for joining me, and we will talk again very soon. Bye for now.